Hello everyone, my name is Lalit Soni and I welcome you all in this new episode of News on Map India segment. So as usual, we'll be discussing few locations which has been in news or otherwise they are important for your exam point of view. Okay, so we'll start with the practice question which was given to you in the last class. That is, the question was, the Kanchenjunga peak is located in which subdivision of Himalayas from the following? Options were Great Himalaya Range, B Lesser Himalaya Range, C Trans Himalaya Range, D Outer Himalaya Range. Okay, so when we are talking about Himalayas are quite divided into various subdivisions. When we are talking about this area here, this is your Trans Himalayas. Okay, then when we come to this layer of Himalayas, that is, you can say, Greater Himalayas. Okay, it is given Greater Himalayas, and then this patches here, you can say it is Lesser Himalayas, and then you have this range here. Okay, that is your Shivaliks. Okay, so we can say that Himalayas are divided into various subdivisions, that is Trans Himalayas, Greater Himalayas, Lesser Himalayas and Shivaliks. Okay, so when we talk about our Kanchenjunga peak, which is asked in question, it is somewhere here in near Sikkim. Okay, and it is part of your Greater Himalaya range. Okay, this is Trans over here, and then little south for that is this Greater Himalaya range. Okay, you can say. So now Kanchenjunga peak is in Greater Himalayas nearby Sikkim area. Okay, other than that there are few other ranges which are important. You can have a look at it. Here you can see there is Karakoram range, then Ladakh range, Zanskar range, then there is Pir Panjal. Pir Panjal has been in news because of your Jammu and Kashmir terror activities. Okay, you must have heard that in Rajouri there was a terror activity. Okay, Rajouri and Poonch area are famous for that. Okay, so that is why it has been in news. So Pir Panjal becomes more important. Okay, other than that there is Dhauladhar, Shivaliks, and then we have Mahabharat range in the Nepal. Okay, so all these things can be important. As far as our question is concerned, Kanchenjunga peak is in Greater Himalaya range. Okay, so let's have a look at the question again. So options were Greater Himalayas, Lesser Himalayas, Trans Himalayas and Outer Himalayas. So your answer is A, Greater Himalayas. Okay, moving further, we'll start with the question number 1. Recently, Hasdev forest is in news. Consider the following statement. Statement 1 is, it is located in the state of Chhattisgarh. Second statement is, it is also the catchment area of Hasdev river, the largest tributary of Mahanadi. Okay, we will see that if it is a tributary of Mahanadi or not. And then statement 3 is, it has a significant presence of elephant. Okay, you have to choose the correct statements. So now the thing is, Hasdev forest has been in news because government has announced it as a elephant reserve. So obviously statement 3 becomes true because it is an elephant reserve. So definitely there is a significant population of elephants. Okay, now let's see the location of Hasdev. Okay, as I discussed, other than that there is this issue of deforestation for mining resumes in this particular forest. So that is why it is in news. Okay, activists are quite against this particular activity which is happening here. So when we are talking about the Hasdev, this is Chhattisgarh, and in the center of Chhattisgarh we have this particular forest range, that is your Hasdev forest area, or you can say Hasdev Aran. So statement 1 is correct, that it is in Chhattisgarh. Okay, now here they are talking about a river, that is Hasdev river. Here you can see when we are talking about the catchment of Mahanadi river here. Okay, so this is Mahanadi, something like this. Okay, and then here you can see this river comes and meet here. So it is a tributary of Mahanadi river, and we have this Hasdev river, in the catchment of which we have this Hasdev forest. Okay, so that statement is also correct. Here you can see it is located in Chhattisgarh. We have seen that it is the catchment area of Hasdev river. We have also seen that, and then it is the largest tributary of Mahanadi. This statement is correct. Then it has a significant presence of elephant. Okay, so all the statements are true. Option C would be your right answer. Okay, now going to the question number 2. In the context of Ennore Creek, consider the following statement. The Ennore Creek is backwater located in Tamil Nadu. Okay, then it is an arm of Kosa Tharyar river. Okay, so we'll have a look at this. Then the north channel of the creek connects to the Pulicat lake. Okay, so how many of the following statements are correct? So let's have a look at it. So here you can see this creek, this system here is the creek, Ennore Creek. Okay, creeks are nothing but they have a you can say resemblance with the rivers, but they are not navigable. Okay, the amount of water there is quite less, or they are, you can say, not very deep. Okay, that is why these creeks are basically some inlets. Okay, here you can say a very narrow inlet of water that generally ends in a marsh. Okay, not always, but here you can see, when we are talking about this Arabian Sea and Gujarat coast, here you can see there are various inlets inside the mainland. Okay, these inlets are basically called as creeks. Okay, the famous creek here is Sar Creek, which is disputed between India and Pakistan. Okay, now coming back to the Ennore Creek, here you can see there are various inlets inside the mainland, and these are basically your creeks. So when we are talking about Ennore Creek, it starts from somewhere here and then it is extending up to this Pulicat Lake. Okay, so we can say that north opening is up to Pulicat Lake, and then it is on this particular river. Okay, and that river is Kosa Thalayar river. Okay, so this statement is also correct. Now let's see. Ennore Creek is backwater located at Tamil Nadu. We have seen that it is in the, here it is on the Tamil Nadu coast, so that is correct statement. Okay, then the northern channel of the creek connects to the Pulicat Lake. We have also seen that northern channel of the lake is connected with the Pulicat Lake. Okay, so this statement is also correct. So we can say that all the statements in this particular question are correct. So C would be your answer, all of the above. So moving further, question number 3. Recently, Musi River is in news. It is the tributary of which of the following rivers? Options are A. Kaveri, B. Krishna, C. Tungabhadra, and D. Godavari River. Okay, so Musi River has been in news because rejuvenation efforts which has been made by the government and the other authorities. So here you can see this was in news because this is the picture of Musi River. It is on the city of Hyderabad was established on the bank of this river by Muhammad Quli Qutub Shah. Okay, so at that particular point of time it was a significant river. Okay, but recently there is a, you can say it is drying up, that is why we are going for the rejuvenation of this particular river. So here you can say that the plan to reimagine and revitalize the Musi River in Hyderabad, that is why it is in news. So when we are talking about this particular river, here you can see this is Krishna River basin. Okay, and this is Krishna. Okay, and this here you can say this is Musi River, and Hyderabad is located somewhere here. So we can say that Musi River is basically tributary of Krishna River. Okay, so your question was, options are Kaveri, Krishna, Tungabhadra, and Godavari. B. Krishna River would be your right answer. So you have to remember the rivers like this and their tributaries, because Krishna is a significant river when we are talking about the Deccan rivers. Okay, so that is why this Bhadra River, Tunga River, Bhima River, all these rivers are basically tributaries of Krishna River. Okay, so that is why this becomes important. Bhima, Musi, Tunga, Bhadra, all these rivers are quite important. Okay, so let's see the question number 4. A person wants to travel from Dargah of Sheikh Moinuddin Chishti to Sri Kashi Vishwanath temple. Okay, how many minimum state he or she has to travel by road in order to reach his or her car or destination, including the source and destination? Okay, so they are saying that a person wants to travel from Khwaja Moinuddin Chishti's Dargah to Kashi Vishwanath temple. Okay, so you must have an idea about where these two important locations are. Okay, then how many states he has to cross minimum. Okay, how many minimum states you have to cross to reach the destination. We are including the source as well as the destination states. Okay, so as you know that this particular Dargah, Khwaja Moinuddin Chishti's Dargah, is in Ajmer, and then when we are talking about Kashi Vishwanath temple, it is in Varanasi. Okay, so this is in UP and this is in Rajasthan. So now let's have a look at the map from where we can see. Here Ajmer, we have Khwaja Moinuddin Chishti's Dargah, and then person has to go to Varanasi. Okay, but the thing is we have to cross minimum states. Okay, so that is why here you can see that from Ajmer we have direct boundary with Uttar Pradesh. We have when we are talking about the boundary of Rajasthan, we have direct boundary with the Uttar Pradesh. Okay, so we don't have to go through any other state, but just you have to cross the border. Okay, so here they are saying that you have to include source as well as destination. The first state would be their source state, then you are directly entering into the Uttar Pradesh, so that is second state. there is no third state in between. So that is why we, two states will be your answer. Okay. Other than that, it has been in news, this particular area, because when we are talking about Vande Bharat Express, there is a direct, you can say, link through this Vande Bharat Express from Ajmer to Kashi Vishwanath, or you can say Varanasi. Okay. So now at that particular train, when we are talking about, that goes through Delhi and all, because they have to cover various stations. But when we are talking the minimum states, you can directly go through Rajasthan to UP. If they would have asked about the shortest distance covered and then minimum states, then it would be 3, because this is the shortest distance. Okay, the straight line will always cover the shortest distance. So that is in that way, you have, first you have Rajasthan, second then you will have little part of MP, and then again to UP. So that is why if you are going for the shortest distance, you have to go through 3 states, and if you are taking the minimum number of states, that would be to Rajasthan and Uttar Pradesh. Okay, we have taken this question because recently one more line has been launched under Vande Bharat, that is from Coimbatore to Bengaluru. Okay, so from Coimbatore somewhere here to Bangalore. So that is why it was in news. So we have taken this question. Okay, now moving further. So the answer would be B2. Question number 5 now. Consider the following countries are Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Myanmar and Maldives. How many of the above are not participant of Mahasagar initiative? So this Mahasagar initiative of Indian Navy has been in news recently. It has been announced in, I guess, November. So that is why it was in news. And other than that, when we are talking about this particular area, Indian Ocean region, it has been in the news because of various reasons. Let's say recently we have seen this some shipments has been attacked by a drone in the off Porbandar coast. And other than that, when we are talking about Maldives, it has been in news for various reasons that there was a regime change and then they are withdrawing for the from the agreement which is related to hydrological survey. Okay, so all these things were in news. That is why we have taken this question. Okay, so let's have a look at this particular Mahasagar initiative. Maritime heads for active security and growth for all in the region. So they are basically talking about Indian Ocean region, and they have included 11 countries. There are 11 nations under this initiative. So it is an initiative of collective maritime approach towards countering common challenges. Okay, when we are talking about common challenges here, there are anti-piracy related issues. Then there are when we are talking about navigation and free and open channel of the communication. That is why this initiative would be important in Indian Ocean region. Okay, Mahasagar, Indian Navy's outreach initiative between maritime heads. Okay, so there are 11 countries included in this particular initiative. Here we can see which 11 countries are there. Okay, let's have a look at the countries. First is India. We have started this initiative, and then second is Bangladesh. Then we have Sri Lanka. We have Maldives. Then we have Kenya. Then we have Tanzania. Then we have Seychelles, Comoros, Madagascar, Mozambique and Mauritius. So there are 11 countries which are part of this Mahasagar initiative. Okay, so they have asked which of the following are countries are not participants. Okay, so we have seen that Bangladesh is a participant, Sri Lanka is a participant and Maldives is a participant. Okay, Myanmar is not a participant in this particular initiative. So this only one would be your answer, that is Myanmar. Okay, now question number 6. In the context of Warwa Valley, consider the following statement. First is the Marusudar river is the largest tributary of Chenab river. Okay, second statement is the Pakal Dul Dam is under construction dam on river Marusudar. Okay, so this river is important for you because this Pakal Dul Dam is on this particular river. Okay, we will have a look at in the mirror. We have taken this question because a few days back Indus Water Treaty was in news, and then other than that, recently this Jammu and Kashmir area was also in news because of the terror attacks. Okay, that is why the river system etc. of that particular states become important. Okay, so that is why we have taken this question. Let's see the statements here. The first statement was that this river is the tributary of Chenab river. Here you can see this is your Marusudar river. Okay, and it is joining this river here. Okay, and this river is Chenab. Okay, so it originates from here in Himachal Pradesh and then moves towards Pakistan, and it's merged with the Indus River. Okay, so now here you can say that Marusudar River is tributary of Chenab River. Okay, so that is one thing. And second thing is that we were talking about this Pakal Dul Dam. Okay, so here you can see this is your Marusudar River, and we have this dam on this particular river. Okay, and this river is a tributary of Chenab. When we are talking about it is undergoing a project or already completed project, here you can say there are some projects which are under operations, that is like Kishan Ganga, Chutak, and then Uri 1, 2, Salal, all these things are already in operation. And then when we are talking about this Pakal Dul Dam, this is project in pipeline. So you can say that it is under process right now. Okay, so it is on the Marusudar River, which is tributary of Chenab River, and this particular dam is under process or under pipeline. So the river Marusudar is the largest tributary of Chenab River. This is the correct statement. We have seen that. And the Pakal Dul Dam is under construction dam on Marusudar River. So this is also correct. We have to choose which of the following statements are not correct. Okay. So your answer would be option D, neither 1 or 2, because both of the statements are true. Okay. Now moving to the question number 7. The backwaters, a network of brackish lagoon and lakes lying parallel to the Arabian Sea coast, are unique geographical feature of which Indian state? Okay, so no doubt backwaters can be anywhere, but when we are talking about Indian states, there is one state which is quite famous for these backwaters, that is Kerala. Okay, your answer is B, Kerala. Options are Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Karnataka and Goa. Kerala is the answer. So let's see how and why. So here you can see that they have talked about what are the these backwaters. They have said these are brackish lagoons, okay, brackish water lagoons, and they are lakes lying parallel to the Arabian Sea coast. Okay, so here you can say this is your Arabian Sea and this is the coast of Arabian Sea, and here you can see there are various lakes parallel to the Arabian Sea coast, that is Vembanad Lake, Ashtamudi Lake. Okay, and there are other backwaters like Kotam, etc. Okay, Elipi. All these areas have these backwater lakes. Okay, so that is why Kerala is the state which is quite famous for their backwaters. Okay, now let's have a look at this particular. The backwaters are the network of brackish lagoons. Okay, here you can see this is the sea level. Okay, and then these are lagoons. Lagoons are nothing but you can say area occupying some water, because there is some barrier island or something. There is some kind of natural barrier because of which the water inside that particular area is separated from the sea. Okay, that is why these are brackish waters, because sometimes what happens that rivers come and drain into these areas, and the water from sea also comes and enter into this area. Because of this it becomes brackish water. Okay, so these lagoons are called backwaters. The Kerala backwaters are network of brackish lagoons and lakes lying parallel to the Arabian Sea, which we have seen, of the coast of Kerala state in the southern India, as well as interconnected canals, rivers and inlets. As I told you, various rivers come, their mouths are on the sea coast, and that is why they can enter into these inlets and forms these brackish water lagoons. Okay, here you can see there are various parallel to the coast of Kerala. We have all these lakes, and these are basically your backwater. We have Alapua, that is Alipi, and Ernakulam. Then we have Vembanad Lake. Okay, then we have Kottam Lake. All these things are basically backwaters of Kerala. Okay, so option B would be your right answer. Now moving to the last question, that is question number 8. Which of the following is not a trans-Himalayan river? So we have in the first question we have discussed, or the practice question I guess, we have discussed that what are trans-Himalayas. Okay, so they are asking which of the following river does not have origin from the trans-Himalayas. Okay, the Indus, Satluj, Brahmaputra and Jhelum. Okay, so let's have a look at the map. When we are talking about the Indus water system or in the Indus river system, here you can see that before that I will tell you this area is your basically trans-Himalayas, which we have seen in the first question as well. Okay, so mostly there's Karakoram, Jangsa range are part of this particular area. Okay, so this is your trans-Himalayan mountains. Now here when we are talking about the Indus river water system, here you can see there are various rivers in this particular area, and the source of Indus river is Bokar-Chu glacier. Okay, this glacier here is in this particular area, that is basically your trans-Himalayas. Okay, so Indus water has the origin in the trans-Himalayas, that is clear. And second, then when we are talking about the river like Brahmaputra, this also have a origin in, here you can see Brahmaputra has origin in the Angsi glacier, that is also in that particular area. So we can say this is also in Trans Himalayas. Okay, so here you can see all these, this is Brahmaputra. Yarlung Sangpo, it is the name of this river in the area which is in which it originates, and then after the entering into India, that is Brahmaputra river. Okay, so that is also having an origin in that particular area. Now in this we have seen Brahmaputra, we have seen Satluj river. Here you can see in this water system, here Satluj is somewhere here. This river is Satluj river. Okay, so Raksha Lake is the point of origin of Satluj river, that is also in this particular area, that is Trans Himalayan ranges. Okay, so when we are talking about the other river, that is Jhelum. Okay, Jhelum originates somewhere in Jammu Kashmir. Okay, so we can say that Jhelum has origin in Jammu Kashmir, which is not part of your Trans Himalayas, this is part of your Greater Himalayas. Okay, here you can see this region here is your Trans Himalayas, and this are the range of Greater Himalayas. Okay, so that is why we can say that in Jammu Kashmir, this is part of your Greater Himalayas, and Jhelum river originates from the Jammu Kashmir. That is why we can say that Jhelum is the river which does not have its source in Trans Himalayas. Okay, with that we will move towards the practice question. In the context of Simlipal Tiger Reserve, consider the following statement. Statement 1 is the Simlipal Tiger Reserve, which covers an area of 2,750 square kilometer, is Odisha's foremost wildlife sanctuary. Second statement is Simlipal is named after red silk, cotton, tamul trees which are found abundantly in the region. Third statement is recently, probably for the first time ever, a rare melanistic tiger or black tiger was discovered in Simlipal. Okay, so of the given statement, how many of the above mentioned statements are correct? Okay, so you have to choose the correct statement and answer in the comment box. With that, I would like to take your leave. Happy New Year, because we will be meeting in next week. So have a good day. Thank you.